XRP is about to go through a huge jump to $21,000. Even though it sounds impossible, anything is possible for years to come as Ripple and the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) fight. XRP has been stuck in the middle of a legal battle that has kept a lot of investors on edge. However, the decision by the SEC on whether XRP should be classified as a security could change everything. If Ripple wins this case, XRP could go through the roof, possibly reaching $21,000. The stakes are very high for Ripple and for the whole cryptocurrency market. XRP has always been a controversial cryptocurrency because of its legal status. While Bitcoin and Ethereum have mostly been ignored, dodged scrutiny by regulators, the SEC is looking closely at XRP because it plays a part in Ripple's business. The SEC says that Ripple made billions by selling XRP as an unregistered security, which could have serious consequences. Ripple, on the other hand, says that XRP is not a security and should be treated as a digital currency like Bitcoin and Ethereum. What's wrong with this picture? What's more interesting is how the market has responded to the case's changes over the years. XRP's price has changed a lot based on court updates. Whenever there's a sign of good news for Ripple, the price goes through the roof. On the other hand, bad news sends it plunging. Now that a final decision is coming up, many investors are holding their breath to see what will happen, which could either crush their fee, that they will become rich, or give them false hope. A favorable decision could cause a huge price increase. Some analysts even think that XRP could reach $21,000, a price that would make early investors incredibly wealthy. What's the reasoning behind this prediction, and why are people so sure that XRP could reach $21,000, really go up in value? The answer lies in the combination of clear laws and market confidence. If the SEC rules in Ripple's favor, it could set a standard that could encourage other cryptocurrencies to fight back against regulatory pressures. The crypto community would see this as a huge victory, which could lead to a flood of new investments in XRP and a huge price spike. The timer is running out for the SEC's choice. People who have invested money and want to see it grow quickly need to act quickly. For years, the court case between the SEC and Ripple has been one of the most watched in the Bitcoin world. According to the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, Ripple's XRP token is a security that has not been listed. The SEC thinks that Ripple Labs did an illegal securities offering worth billions of dollars. They think that Ripple's sales of XRP should have been registered as securities offers, following the same rules that apply to stocks and bonds. These claims have been strongly rejected by Ripple, who says that XRP is not a Ripple. XRP is not a security but a digital currency, like Bitcoin and Ethereum. It was made as a way to make payments and is not tied to the company's equity, which is what makes it different from standard securities. Since it began in 2020, the case has been full of excitement and important events. Ripple has responded with a number of court actions, and there has been a lot of back and forth. The case has gone back and forth between Ripple's lawyers and the SEC. As it has gone on, the court has made a few important decisions that have lent in Ripple's favor. One of the most important decisions was that the SEC had to release internal documents that showed how it saw other cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum. This decision was seen as a victory for Ripple because it suggested that the SEC's treatment of XRP might not be as clear-cut as it first seemed. Ripple has also said that the SEC's case could have a bigger effect on the whole cryptocurrency space. If XRP is labeled as a security, it could set a bad example for other cryptocurrencies and make them vulnerable to the same rules. Because strict rules could stop new ideas and hurt the crypto market as a whole, Ripple's legal team has been fighting not only for the future of their own company, but also for the future of the whole cryptocurrency industry. They say that clarity is needed, and that cryptocurrencies should be regulated in a way that promotes growth rather than one that hinders it, puts an end to it with the SEC's choice. The crypto world is holding its breath. A ruling in favor of Ripple would be a game changer. Not only would it give XRP a huge value boost, but it would also set a legal precedent that could help other cryptocurrencies in the future. On the other hand, a ruling against Ripple could cause a huge drop in the value of XRP and maybe even start more Watching how regulators treat other digital assets, there is a lot of uncertainty in the market, so anything could happen. As the time runs out for the SEC's final decision, investors are keeping a close eye on things because the result of this case could completely change the way cryptocurrency works. How well XRP is done on the market has been closely linked to the legal fight against the SEC. The price of the token has changed a lot over the years, with every new development in the case causing a wave of buying or selling. For example, when Ripple wins a small legal victory or a favorable court ruling, the price of XRP goes up right away. On the other hand, when bad news or delays come out, the price goes down. This has made XRP very volatile, with investors always trying to guess what will happen next. Despite this, XRP has stayed one of the top cryptocurrencies in terms of market capitalization, and it has always had a strong community of supporters and investors who believe in Ripple's mission to change the way money works. People who support Ripple have stuck with their positions through good times and bad, hoping that the SEC case will end in Ripple's favor. This group of loyal investors is betting not only on XRP's future price increases, but also on the long-term vision of Ripple as a company. They think that Ripple's technology, which focuses on faster and cheaper cross-border payments, could change that. When good news about the legal case comes out, confidence in the cryptocurrency rises and new investors jump on board. This causes prices to rise as more people rush to buy into XRP's future success. On the other hand, when bad news comes out, investors quickly leave the market because they are afraid of more regulatory action or a bad decision from the court. These sudden changes in mood have made XRP's price go through huge highs and sharp drops, making it one of the most volatile assets in the crypto market. Looking at the crypto market as a whole, regulatory news has had an effect on more than just XRP. There is Bitcoin and Ethereum. Regulators all over the world have also been looking closely at the two biggest cryptocurrencies by market cap. However, because XRP has been at the center of the SEC's legal battle, its price has been more affected by changes in the law than others. As crypto regulation changes, XRP's future depends on how the SEC sees it and whether other digital currencies follow suit. Assets will face the same legal problems. In the long run, this lack of predictability has kept investors on the edge of their seats. Every time the legal battle takes a new turn, the market responds almost right away. This constant change has given traders chances to make money off of price swings, but it's also created a lot of uncertainty. Being in the air,